everybody, it's a crafty crocheter. Not crafty crocheter anymore. I'm more crafts. You can tell it's been a while since I made a video. Anyway, so I'm back for a video. It is 5:08 in the morning on Friday, the 18th. Graham will be coming to get me at about 11:40. And I have one admin thing to tell you about. It's so I have been bead weaving a lot, and I am making more beaded stitch markers, and they will be posted. I'm trying to have a shop update at the end of the month. Now, the last time I counted, I think I had like 12 or 13 stitch markers made. Most of them are gnomes, but I plan on having a couple other ones thrown in there. The gnomes, I've gotten so used to making them that I can pretty much make them without looking at the pattern. So gnomes are definitely going to be a lot of them, because I can make them in a ton of different colors, and I might make some for myself. I honestly don't really know. But so there is going to be a stitch marker update, hopefully by the end of the month. I'm trying to get as many done before the end of the month as I can. I guess it's my date really isn't the end of the month. It's more towards like the 25th, 26th, I think. So yeah. So I plan on getting okay, let me say it this way. My goal is to have at least 20 to 25 done. I have, like I said, 12 or 13 done. And also, I said that most of them are gnomes. I am also going to be doing some unicorns. They're going to be the white unicorns with different color hair. I don't really know. I know there's a couple of dog breeds that I want to do. I have a pug finished already. There's a Sheltie that I think it's a Sheltie. I definitely want to do a Doberman Pinscher because of Nala. She's my Doberman that I have. So I definitely want to do one of her. And I might have to do two of her just so I can have one for myself. And I have a Yorkshire Terrier. I have a Boston Terrier that I want to do. And I have a cat one that I want to do. Plus, the lady where I get most of my bead weave patterns, it's Bead Crumbs Hawaii. She's over on Instagram, and she has an Etsy shop. And I'm a member of her Patreon. So, she just released a possum pattern, an armadillo pattern, and a little caterpillar with a chrysalis, and a little dragon. So I definitely want to make one of those. So I might, since I have to do so many of them, my bed over there, that is where I'm bead weaving right now. Usually I do it downstairs, but I came up here about 11, 12 o'clock, and I've been up here ever since. And I've just been bead weaving away. I did try to crochet a little bit today. I started a baby blanket that is a filet crochet baby blanket, but I literally got 3 rows of double crochet done and just was not feeling it. I tried working on an amigurumi. Wasn't feeling like working on that either. So I've just been bead weaving. I started bead weaving today's Friday, so like Tuesday, Wednesday, I started bead weaving again. So hopefully, with how many that I want to do, and it's the weekend, so I'm not taking my bead weaving stuff up to Graham's because then that's too much stuff that I have to bring home. But I also, well, I guess I could do that. I could put my beads in a bag and a thing of string and a thing of needles and my patterns in a bag, and then I won't have to carry my container. I might do that. Put all my beads in a bag, put my patterns in a bag, and put a thing of thread in there and a thing of needles, and I think I'm going to be good to go. Yeah. Can't believe I didn't think you would think something that simple. Because that wooden thing back here in the corner is my bead weaving stuff. And, yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about just throwing my beads in a bag and not have to carry that big thing. Wow. That was spur of the moment thinking, but kind of like really, you would have thought I would have thought about that before. But anyway, so I have a lot of stuff to show you and talk about. I figured I would do this now before I get into bead weaving some more. So over on my Facebook shop, which is More Crafts Shop over on Facebook, I have bags listed, and I do have some beaded stitch markers over there. Bags are $25 no matter what size they are. It's like $7 or $8 for shipping. And then the shipping is included in the price, that's why they're $25. I also have a sale going on with my beaded stitch markers. It's 3 beaded stitch markers for $15. Shipping is included. Now my bags, you can get 2 bags. This is a new sale that I'm doing. You can get 2 bags for $35. Because I have a lot of bags over there, and that that little container right there, it has bags in it also that I was using myself, but I do not use them anymore for myself. So there are going to be pictures are going to be taken of those, and they will also be put on my Facebook shop. So, let's get into, my room is a mess behind me. You cannot tell, but yesterday about 4 o'clock in the morning, early yesterday morning, I decided that this shelf over here in the corner I was going to clean off and organize it. So I cleaned it off, and I had a tote underneath this little area over here that had yarn in it, and it was mostly variegated yarn, and I also had a bag that had some yarn in it that I was planning on making hats with, but that has not happened. So, and then I have this thing that is full of, I think, hats. I'm not 100% sure what's all in there. This has been weeks. So, plus I have to get 2 packages ready to go out in the mail today. So I figured I would do this all right now. So we're going to do the finished objects first because there is so many of them. And I'm just going to throw them in that corner over there so they're out of my way until I finish the video. So I have talked for almost 10 minutes and haven't showed you guys a single thing of crochet. So the first thing I'm going to show you is I have 4 jellyfish done. So here's one. Now this variegated yarn is some of the craft smart or craft value yarn that you could get at Michael's. It's very, very coarse, but I paired it with this like really, really bright yellow, and I think it makes the colors really pop. So this one will be for charity. So I have that one done. I also have this one done. And I used it's kind of like a camo, but it's all browns, like tan, brown. And I paired it with a gray. So he's done. I used a stripe yarn, which is this one. I absolutely love this one. So this one is with one of the red heart stripes. Polo stripes maybe with the purples and the blues. So, and I paired it with a blue. It's I think Pole actually, which is my favorite red heart color, blue. And I made this one here, and the variegated is Reef, which you cannot find anymore. I think you might still be able to get it at Joann's. Not sure. And I paired it with turquoise. And I used a 6.5 millimeter for these. The pattern is by Wickedly Handmade, and I will try to remember to link her pattern below. As well as my Facebook shop. And my Amazon wish list is down there. So those are all of my jellyfish. I made 4 of them, and I think I'm kind of... The last time I made them, I'm making them for the same charity that I made last time for my cousin. But this year, I made a lot of jellyfish last year. But this year, they're going to get different amigurumis. And I have 2 charities now that I can give amigurumis and stuffed animals to. So they're going to be split up, and they're both going to get like a variety of things. So, the next thing I'm going to show you is I finished the rainbow blanket. And I use a 6 millimeter hook for this. So I started with white, did 2 rows of white, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Then repeated it and finished with 3 rows of white at the end. I use a 6 millimeter hook for this. I got all, I don't remember, I don't even remember. I don't remember all the colors. Just from Stash. This purple actually looks black on camera, but it really is purple. It still looks black, but... So, I measured it. It's about 40 inches square, so that is a good size baby blanket, I think, and that will be for charity this year. So, one of my good friends, Mandy, she used to have a YouTube channel, but I don't think she doesn't crochet anymore. And she kindly asked me to make a baby blanket for her, and I said sure. So I got the yarn on Wednesday and started it at 6 o'clock that night and finished it about 10 or 11 o'clock that same night. And she wanted it shades of green. So I went to Walmart on Wednesday, to a different Walmart than I normally go to. And I got Red Heart Super Saver Ombre in the color Green Apple. So this is it. So this is the baby blanket. It's a good size. She said I did not have to put a border on it. So this is one of the packages that has to go out today. So yeah, so I'm happy with how that turned out. So I'm excited for her to get that. We're gonna go into this bin here, and you guys will be surprised because I honestly have no idea what is in this. This has been like 2-3 weeks since I finished these items. I know it's a lot of hats because I was working on my machine. So I have just a hat here with a, so it is reversible. So it's for a small kid. So I have that one. And then I have this one here. And this one is also kind of reversible. I absolutely love this hat, and I am keeping it for myself. It is in some knee yarn that I saw at Joann's. And I just love all the colors that comes in it. So I will be keeping this one for myself. And I have this one here. Now this one is reversible. So I have the red at the top, purple, then pink spot with specks, and then has a little bit of the pink with specks, and then it has purple and red. So it is reversible. Then I really like this hat too. It's not really my colors, but yeah, this one is, I did these on my knitting machine. So I like this one too, but it's pink, and if you watch my channel for any amount of time, you know I am not a pink person. I can deal with the color, but I'm just, and you know, it's funny that I say that because I was going through my yarn the other day at Graham's, like organizing it, and I'm like, for me not liking pink, I sure do have a lot of pink. And here too, like, I'm looking at my tote right now, and I can see at least 5 colors of pink down here, and I can see at least 4 or 5 over there that's pink. This is a gold. And then this one's really tall. But I figured if you needed to, you could roll the brim up a little bit, or where it's slouchy. Here's another one. I tried to do, this is actually gold, or blue. It's looking black on camera, but it is actually like a navy blue, and you can't really tell. Also, I finished a llama. This is Katie Did's pattern, the llama, hatching llama pattern. This was for February's Attack of the Amigurumi that Stephanie from Stephanie's Yarn Escape is doing. So I finished her, and she has eyelashes. They're not real even, but I think she's cute. And I finished 2 hats, because crochet hats, because somebody messaged me on TikTok, and they wanted, I started these 2 hats, and I showed them on my TikTok, and the lady messaged me and said, oh, I would like to purchase those, and she said how much each, and I told her, you know, my price. And when I finished them, she asked me to take a picture, and I'm like, I can't take a picture. So she was like, well, what colors did you make them? And I'm like, you picked the hats out. They were already started, and you picked them out. She's like, well, I need to know what colors they are. And I looked at her TikTok page, and she didn't have any likes. She didn't have any videos. It was like she was following a whole bunch of random people. So, it's the Cypress beanie. And this one, the purple is sparkly, which you cannot tell. And then this one is just 2 shades of blue. So, I actually have a tote down here that I emptied out from my yarn. And these hats are going to go in here. The llama is going to go in a different tote because, whew! I just knocked that over. I have one more whip, or one more finished object. And, my mom has been asking, well, so this is for the Attack of the Amigurumi March, which is black and white animals. And I was going to do a skunk, but I'm like, no, I don't want to do a skunk. So then I thought cow. And I was going to do the Jess Huff cow. But, I showed, my mom loves cows. She is obsessed with, dolphins, butterflies, cows, and monkeys. And now giraffes. So, I showed her a couple patterns of cows, which I showed her the Just Huff pattern. She was like, it's cute, but not really what I'm looking for. And then I showed her the pattern from Grace and Yarn. And she's like, I really like that pattern. So I'm like, well, if I showed her they have a mini version and then they have the bigger version. And she wanted the bigger version. So, here is her cow. And my mom has named her Moo Moo. She does have eyelashes. Which, I learned a trick with doing eyelashes. For me, I would do the eyelashes after I inserted the eyes. She has you do the eyelashes before you put the eyes in. And I like it so much better. So much better. She is so freaking cute. Her name is Moo Moo. Now, if you can tell, this spot is sewed on differently than the rest of them. And I sewed this spot on, and I'm like, oh my god, this is killing my hand. So, I just kind of sewed it on sparingly. Because it is for my mom. She's not going to play with it. She's not going to rip it apart. She's not going to eat anything. So I just sewed it a little bit at a time. So, yeah. So this is Moo Moo, my mom's cow. And in the pattern, there was 2 white ears. But my mom wanted a black and white ear. So that's what I did. So she's pretty big. This is one of the biggest amigurumis I've ever made. The only other biggest amigurumi I've ever made was a squirrel. A couple years ago. I don't even know if I showed him in the video. I know I did, but I will not ever make another one of them squirrels. Ever. So this is her. She's so cute. But yeah. So, this is Moo Moo, and when I go downstairs today, I can take her down and give her to her mom. But, since I have not been crocheting very much, I don't really have anything, really, to show you that I've been working on. I haven't touched my 2 granny square blankets, haven't touched my jellyfish, haven't touched my unicorns. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna pause this. Okay, I'm back. So, the only other thing, I finished several other things. I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was looking for ways that I could make, because some of the projects that I was making, like the granny square blankets, I need like 4, 5, 6 skeins of yarn for the blankets. So, I didn't want to have to put, like a whole bunch of bags in my big bag that I usually take down. Because sometimes, lately, I've been working on a project, like, all day, and then when I come upstairs, I want to do something different. Or, I usually work on a project, finish it, then bring it upstairs, switch it out. So I was watching YouTube one day, and I saw Pamela's Adoring Crochet had a tutorial for a crochet basket using 3 strands of yarn. Now, I have made 3 big ones and 4 medium size, which is like this. This is my medium size one that I've made. So I did 8 rows of increases. On the 9th row, I did the back loop only, and then I went up from there. And I've made quite a few of them. I made 8 of these altogether because I have a couple of shelves over here empty, and these are what I'm using as project bags. I can put my yarn in, and one thing I like about it is I can have 2 or 3 of these on my hand at a time, and it's safer for me to go down the steps than the bag that I was currently using, because the bag that I was currently using did not stay on my arm very well. So these are pretty perfect. I can have my yarn in there, I can have my project in there, and I can go down the steps with 2 or 3 projects at a time. Because sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but I have a hard time deciding on a project that I want to work on. So instead of me making like 13 or 14 trips up and down the steps, I take 2 or 3 projects down with me, and then whatever I feel like working on, that's what I work on. Some projects don't get worked on downstairs, but if I get bored of one project, then I have 2 more to work on. So I made a whole bunch of these, and I made a smaller one, and that is I'm using that as, I have a wax warmer in my room, and it sits over there by my TV, and I had a couple, but then a couple last month, I went to Walmart and I bought a whole bunch of wax melts because I was running low. And, so yeah, so I've been in a cleaning mode. Like, I cleaned that stand off, or that shelf off behind my door, like last week. I cleaned this shelf off. I got a tote yesterday, or on Wednesday, for all of my fabric. So all of my fabric is in one complete tote now. Not a box and a tote. It's all in one tote. Speaking of bags, bags are going to be coming back. I've been getting into a subbing mood, but I want to get these stitch markers done first, and then start subbing again. I gotta talk to my friend Christina because I want to do a bag, but I'm not sure I can just do the bag like I want to. So I gotta message her first and see what she says about it. Because she is the person I go to all the time and ask her a bunch of questions about it. We were supposed to Skype this week, but the time change really threw me for a loop. And it seems like every day I would get tired, but it seems like now I'm getting back into the swing of my routine. So I am going to let you guys go. I'm gonna put all my stuff away, and I am going to pick up my room and then sit down and start bead weaving again. I have a beaded gnome in progress, and yeah. So yeah, there's gonna be a couple of new things coming to the shop. There's gonna be those bags in there that's coming to the shop, and there will be stitch markers, but stitch markers probably ain't going to be for another 2 weeks, till probably the end of the month with all the ones that I just set off to you. So yeah, yesterday I went down the steps And my mom said, "Are you going to a funeral?" And I'm like, "No." Because I had black pants on, black socks, this black shirt on, and a little black sweater. And I was all black. So, but I'm going to let you guys go now. Thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Give me a thumbs down. It don't really bother me too much. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to me. And if you could share my video and get me to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I will be doing a giveaway. But I will be doing a giveaway when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So, I haven't checked recently how far I was. The last time I checked, I was at 932. So, I don't have any idea how many I have now because I just haven't checked. I'm seeing, like, it must be fuzzies flying around in front of my camera because, yeah. So, I don't know. Did you guys just see that, like, right over here it was, like, doing this? I don't know. I might have to watch that back and see if it does it again. See if it catches it. But, like I said, I'm going to let you guys go. Hope you guys have a great Friday. And I will, I don't really have anything new at Graham's. So, I might do a video at Graham's this week. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to see. But I hope, like I said, I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll talk to you guys again. Oh, before I go, I should have said this in the beginning. Thank you to Nikki. I don't know if she watches she probably does because she said she hasn't seen me on here for a while. So I want to say thank you, Nikki, for reaching out to me and making sure I was okay. I am fine. Me and Mom, she's feeling a lot better. She still has it in her chest a little bit. But other than that, we are doing perfectly fine. The reason why I haven't been on is because I was crocheting and last week I was just so stinking tired all the time. And then this week with the clock changing and the time changing, I sleep so long it seems like anymore. So, but we are perfectly fine. Thank you for checking up on me. I really do appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys again later. Bye.